hey, would you want to start a business? Because you are primed for it. I'm like, no, I'm not interested to be involved in this type of business at all, because I've never seen someone that commands a respect in doing this business. So no. But when the product delivered results for my daughter, and it was very visible to many people around us, I had calls coming in. Hey, did God give you a miracle healing? I know you've been praying for 10 years, so how did it go? They want to have a story, right? And then, oh no, I just found a product. Oh, what product is that? It must be quite an interesting product. Like, okay, if you want to know, I'll send you some information. And it was purely passive, right? People asked for it, I sent information. But I make sure they have proper information, because I bought the product purely on a literature review. I've not met a human being who drank it.
Oh, wow.
I've seen David on Zoom, but I do not know him.
Yeah.
Right? He came on Zoom to explain the product to me, but I have no clue if this guy is really a doctor or was he a scammer. I have no idea who he is. I just have to take his word for it.
Right.
And everything I read is from literature, scientific studies, safety studies. I read everything in that we have on file. So basically, I could explain the product if I'd done enough research. So I explained it. And because they are my friends, parents, they are neighbors, I want to make sure that nobody die on me, right, taking this product. Maybe I was lucky, that I got results. So I followed up. And as I followed up, and I'm like, oh, okay, they got results. And then they say, hey, because I got results, my sister needs it, my aunt needs it, my neighbor needs it. Can you go explain it to them? I said, okay, sure, I'll do that. Since I'm a stay-home mom and I have some hours free, I have some pockets of time free, I can do that. So, okay, I did that. And then, okay, so they signed up friends because they wanted the product. And this went on and on and on, right? By 6 months, I'm like, I have, 100 people on the product?
Wow.
I was earning $1,000 a month. Then I said to my husband, this little hobby is making some money, because now I could buy for my parents, I could buy for my children, and basically the product is free. So if I give a little bit more time, this could be quite a little nice little income for a housewife. Another $1,000 more would be quite nice, right? For a little pocket money. The kids could have extra this, could have extra that. So why not? So I become more intentional. So by then my child is well, which means I can finally leave the house after 12 years.
Wow. I
couldn't leave the house at all for 12 years. So you talk about friends, I've missed weddings, I've missed baby showers, I've missed funerals, class gatherings. I had no social life. I disappeared from Facebook for 12 years. I totally am not there at all.
Oh, wow.
I have nothing to post and I have nothing to share. Yeah. So I hardly know anybody. Yeah. I visit a church group every week, but no one buys a product there. I have no success in that group at all. So I have no idea where my customers come from. It's really just so happens. So anyway, as she got better, I thought I have a life, right? Hey, let's go coffee, let's go for dinner, let's go shopping. I have a bit of money to buy stuff. Life comes back to me and I meet people. And I just said, hey, this thing has changed my life because it gave me back my freedom. It gave my daughter her life back. I would like you to at least know about it. And if you don't need it now, great. But somewhere down the line, if you know someone who needs it, or if you do have a need, this could be very timely. It can be an additional option on the table for you, on top of whatever you're looking at. So we'll just take a look at a 10-minute video.
Yeah.
That's all I did as an intentional prospecting effort. My intention is, if my friend did not bring this product to me, even though she has no idea if it will help my daughter. She has no idea. She's just trying her luck. If she did not open her mouth, we will be in a very bad place today.
Right.
I'm very grateful for that effort. And therefore, I want to be part of that chain of passing it forward.
Yeah.
We wish people blessed right when they see us. So let's be a blessing and pass it forward. So I just want to pass information out. So I've talked to about 100 people. If you meet someone for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day for 5 days a week, and you do that for 2 months during summer, you will pretty much cover 120 people. And out of 120 people, 15 people bought the product. And one of them was Laura. Okay? And that's about it. That's my success rate. It's like less than 10%. Yeah. And I'm chill about it. My job is just to pass the information forward, right? If I meet you in need, I'm glad to be helpful. If I didn't, I'm glad that you don't need me.
Right.
Yeah. It's true. Right? Was that the business to me? No. It was just a hobby. It was really just a hobby. And I think as I did the business 6 years, I was having a conversation with a business leader, not in my team last night. And we're talking about the ups and the downs of business.
Yeah.
And we concluded at the end of the day, you will stay in this business if you like the basic, which is you like telling people about about the product, and you're really happy just telling people about the product without any expectations. If you expect the money, you expect the rank, you get very disappointed along the way, right? Because it goes up, it goes down, right? So anyway, we're all back to the same place where we started. Yeah, just very grateful and just very happy to be part of the gratitude chain.
I know you start to feel like a responsibility, when you see what this does. It's like, how could you not let somebody know that it's an option, if they have a loved one that's struggling? And I love the way that you worded that, that you just feel like this is something that you should be aware of. It's just, that's the way that it is. And when you share with that, you come from the heart, and it's, I think people are open to it. So I think that's why you've seen success. I watch some people try to push this on people or convince somebody to get it. And I love that you just honor people's agency. It's just, look, I'm here, I'm having fun, I'm sharing this because it was a gift to my family, and maybe it can gift yours or someone you love. It's a beautiful mentality. Getting into the business side of things, because it has been so fun. Like, we're on other sides of the world, but we're going through the same ups and the downs and the mindset shifts and, the growth in business and the decline of business sometimes. And it's been so fun to watch you navigate these times. And I'm curious if you kind of had to reflect back on your business as it's grown. I know it's had different phases, and you can talk about those phases if you'd like, but what would you say has been like the most successful action? Obviously, you've talked about your own sharing, but to grow a business as you have to the triple diamond level, it requires a team. Like, there's other people that have to start sharing. And so I'm curious with that, what's been your most successful action with, helping others and getting others to also share?
Okay, let's talk about beliefs. Okay, I'm a renegade because I don't really play the rules of the industry. In fact, I just met our CEO, and he said I'm probably the only person in Asia who builds it totally different from anyone else in Asia. And for that, I've been ridiculed heavily. Yeah, I've been ridiculed heavily. I'm that crazy woman who have no idea how to do this industry. Yeah, this is because I feel that people need to do something that is true to who they are and makes them happy. And I am not greedy. I don't need to earn $1 million. I don't need to be top of the rank. I don't need to be top of the chart. I don't desire these things at all. But I don't like to be compelled to do what I don't want to do. So in network marketing industry, what I never like is people are like a factory. You have to follow the system. You must listen to your upline. Don't question, just do it. Don't ask, just do it. Just duplicate. And I didn't like that. I said, I'm not a factory worker. I'm not a cog in your system. I don't like that. But when I came to ASEA, we have a different world. It's like, you can do whatever you want, except compliance, and it's up to your creativity and how good you are. And some people find it totally lost. So where do I start? Right? So it's a different world. That's one reason why ASEA don't grow very fast.
Yeah.
But that's also the reason why ASEA attract very, very interesting people. Yeah. And some of the most talented people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends who you are, right? So you talk about building a team. Some people are like you and me, Danielle. We are trendsetters. We will create our own path. We have to do it our way. We can't be told what to do. We don't listen to instructions very well. Maybe for me, at least. If David say don't do something, I will definitely try it for 3 times and prove that he is right. And if he is proven right many times, I figured this man deserves my attention. I should listen to him more. I seriously did that for the first year. I don't trust him, right? I don't know who he is. So why should I listen to you? He said, Edwina, please don't sell a bottle. Oh, I've been selling 1 bottle. They're like, okay, it didn't work. Right? She's right. I shouldn't do that.
I love it.
So you may get downlines who are like that. They just don't listen to you. They have to do it their way. Let them. Because they just need to prove to themselves that you have what it takes to lead me. Right? So it's okay. Then I have a chance to put it on. Or maybe they did something different and they created a new pathway that we have never thought about.
Right.
It's a job we know, right? We don't know what we don't know. So why not? Yeah. So because we meet different people, they all come to the business as a product user or someone seeking an opportunity. And different people need different things. And different people are willing to do different things. I'm someone who likes to look into products. I go very deep. Some people can't. The terminology kills them.
Yeah.
Right? Some people have great difficulty talking the business. Some people have no idea how to pull up a friend. When they ask their friend how they are, they offend them straight away. They feel, oh, you're so nosy, you're invasive, you're intrusive. Well, I've just been caring about you, but you don't call me every day, So I figured in this business, if you're going to build a team, you must harness people's strength and work on their willingness, work on what they are willing to do. So someone asked me, like, do I even send a training material to a new associate? I don't. Because do they even want to be trained?
Right.
I'll just ask them, what do you really want to do? Oh, I would like my sister to know about this. I say, okay. So would you like to talk to your sister about it? And maybe I could speak with her. And I'll just take the whole load. I'll carry the conversation. I will work on the follow-up. And slowly as I see what she does and I see what she's capable of doing, I let go. So like I spoke with someone I know recently who started the product, right, on herself, on her family, and saw great results. And she's thinking about people. But the vibes I get is fun. She's having fun. She wants to help people. But if you ask her, hey, will you do the business? Mentally, no.
No. Yeah.
No, right. To me, it doesn't matter what you call it. It's the action that counts, right? If you're happy, having fun sharing it, go have fun. If you're happy helping people because you love them, love them. But is this the business? To me, it is the business. You and I will agree on it.
Yep.
Getting people on the product is business, right? Getting the word out is business. But to this person, are they in the business? No. Should they get a business training? No. It will totally put them off. Yeah. Should they go and fight for a cent and fight for our incentive trip? No. That becomes stressful.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So the day I just showed her, I said, okay, by the way, if your friend wants to buy, you can't get hold of me, you can do a shareable card and you can get the order out. Oh, I can. I just showed her in person. We have coffee. And then the next day she called me. I tried using it. I think I got into trouble. I was like, oh, okay, you tried using it. Okay, that's cool. Let's try to sign someone up. Yeah, I'm trying to sign someone up. I said, okay. But it's basically pacing where the person can pace and just let them be happy doing what they want to do. So I believe as uplines, we live the rest of the way. Because there will come a time, usually 3 things. They saw personal benefit for themselves and family. Yeah. So they're convinced of the product. They have shared with a friend and that person has been results. So there's a conviction that they can help someone. The product can help people. They won't lose friends. They won't kill somebody in the process. They've done good. 3, they are happy doing it. Because if you're happy doing it, you'll do it again. If it was painful doing it, you won't do it again. Right? My job is to make these 3 things happen. And the 4th magic is when there's enough money. It doesn't have to be a lot for some people. It can be $50. It can be $100. But there is some kind of return. Once these 4 things lined up, depending how high they are, the amount of effort and commitment will go up as well. It's proportionate. So when do I launch a training conversation? It depends when I see these 4 things. Yeah. If someone kind of say, okay, I've seen the product. I think this is an amazing business opportunity. There's great potential. I can make this work. I want $1,000 in the first month. I want $5,000 in the next 3 months. I'm like, okay, that is a different conversations. Right? That's a business person, right? Then it's like, okay, what do you have on the table? Right? You want to lead with the product, you want to lead the business, you want to lead with your business partners. Okay, let's size up. Let's do a plan for you. Yeah. So I don't have a duplication training because everyone is different. Yep. I just do an interview and I dish out an assignment. Or I just go down and do a 3-way call. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's beautiful watching you do that because it's also allowed your creativity to flow. I watch you be creative and you've learned different personality styles. You're able to work with a lot of different people. And again, it's just this honoring their agency. You do it with the product, you do it with the business. And so people do, they feel inspired, they have fun, and it just naturally shares. I'm curious, what keeps you going? Like, what do you do, or what is it within you that keeps you continuing to share, continuing to have excitement? Because you've been doing this for years. And I watched that drum continue to beat for you. You're still coming over, flying across the world to come to convention. It's amazing to watch. And I'm curious what kind of keeps you going.
Okay. In my first year, if you say, oh, I mean, you've been happily sharing and you'll never discourage. No, that's not true. That's not true. I was ever so beaten down that I was sitting on my floor in my bedroom and hugging my knees and crying and saying, why do I bother to tell someone about this and be so misunderstood?
Okay,
You
that's
know,
a good reality check. Yes.
selling, yeah, it's like hey, let's get on the ground now, right? I mean, it's like just because I'm selling something or I look like I'm marketing something doesn't give you the right to walk all over walk all over me, right? And say bad things about me. It's terrible. People have this view about salespeople. It's horrible. Yeah, and I was so upset. I don't even earn $25 from you for all the effort that I put in. It's not even worth the time. Right. And I was just so angry and I was just so hurt. Sometimes it can be a teammate, it can be a customer. After all you're done, they just come back and say certain things. And I was so miserable that I didn't open my mouth for 4 months. I just refused to. I don't know how to. I was so hurt. I think at that time what rank was I at? Maybe bronze, silver.
Okay.
I had great depression when I reached bronze. I think most people have a big depression when they reach bronze.
Yes, it's a little bit of I'm not there yet.
I was completely lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like suddenly things are supposed to change, but what am I supposed to change? But things didn't really change. So what am I supposed to do? It's like this big confusion. And then there's a lot of more things to grapple with. So after 4 months, what got me out was, okay, Edwina, forget ASEA. Forget prospecting. Let's just go coffee with a friend and have a life. Just go and be happy. Forget about all these things. It's all right. Okay, so I went out for coffee, and then we talk about stuff. Someone started talking about, my mom lately is in the hospital, and then the story starts.
Yeah.
And then I sit there, I'm like, no ASEA, nope, I'm not saying anything. Okay, so she went on and on and on, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, will you please pray for me, Edwina, about this thing? I'm like, yeah, I will pray. Yeah, I can pray. Yes, but if I have something in my hands that I know I can help the person, and I don't open my mouth, it doesn't sit right. Yeah. So if you ask me at the core, what is our business? We are in the business where we have something that can help someone. And it just doesn't sit right with open our mouth. It's as simple as that. How effective we are to share it is another skill set, mindset issue, but at the core of it. So I say, well, if I know something that may help your mom, will you want to know about it? And then she'll like, yeah, of course. Okay. Let's see, how should I put it? And then I started a story. I said, well, I told my daughter's story.
Yep.
Because it's not so upfront, right? And then after that, she'll go like, oh, wow, it could do that. Yeah, it could do that. It did quite a lot of stuff for other people too. Example, Oh, so what exactly is it? I'll send you a short video to explain it. And then we can take a look at it further if you want. Oh, okay. And we wrapped up 10 minutes. That was a 10-minute conversation on ASEA. And then I came back to my husband. Okay, I'm back in ASEA. Oh, you're back? Yeah, I'm back. Because there was a lot of joy sharing it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I could help. What if the answer is I looked at it and no? I said, okay, you looked at it. Because all 10 years when I was with my daughter, I just wanted a hope. Right. I just wanted an option. Because there was a time when there was nothing that we could look at all. And that was very scary. It was very, very scary. It's rather better than something to look at. Maybe it didn't work. Right? But at least there's a hope that there's always a chance of doing something about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's where I came from. And so today, this is what I believe. I may not be a solution to you, but I can be an option for you. Something to look at, something to consider, right? Something that can be helpful. Even if it doesn't solve the problem, maybe it could make the person feel better for a period of time till you could find a solution.
Yep. It's a beautiful way to think about it. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what kept me going. And team-wise, I mean, there are times when I take a break because I'm just, like this period, I'm taking a break. And I mean, we're all facing inflation, rising costs. And when people has a financial pressure, guess what they cut? They cut discretionary spending. We are discretionary spending. Right? We're not education. We're not food. We're not essential. We are discretionary. So we are the first person to cut. So I think worldwide we are facing subscription dropping because people are buying less, or they are taking off for a while, focus on core stuff. Understandable. So we're all in this place, right? But despite a drop in income during these times, I'm still sitting on a very comfortable passive income. And I'm not working. I was telling Buffy that day, I do like 2 in-person events a month. I reply 10 messages a day. I maybe have 3 Zooms a week. Maybe.
Yeah.
Once with you. And if I don't do anything else, if I'm not proactive about it, that's basically all I do.
Yeah.
So the return on my time is tremendous, right? If I want to do more and grow the business and double it, can I? Yes, I can. That gear is always in my hand. I have control over my life. When I was in employment, my appraisal is not even in my control. You know, I have bosses who are subjective because appraisal is subjective. It's impression driven. It's about whether do I like you? Do I like the way you work? You know, so there's always a glass ceiling. You know, and oh, you're a mother, you always have to take time off for your children. I can't really promote you because I'm not sure whether will you be there for the extra hours that I want you to be there. You can't be at the back and call like a single person can, right? So there are a lot of unspoken rules in the corporate world. So when I first heard a podcast about network marketing, and the first line says this, it's not a scam. You have to work for it. I like that idea. Second statement, you are paid for what you are worth, for how good you are, and you are paid for the value that you truly deliver. Because nobody is a fool. If you cannot deliver, they will not continue to support the product or support you. It's as factual as that. There's no loyalty in it. People are there for their benefit. And that was the day that I decided I can do this as a business because it is a real effort and a real value to deliver. It's not a scam. So if someone wants to come tell me, oh, I want a quick buck, go deliver Uber. It's faster.
Yeah.
Because you get paid immediately. You share the product, you may not get a sale. I talked to 120 people as a rookie. I got 15 orders, right? I was a rookie. Now my success rate, maybe 40%.
Yeah.
But it's up to people's interest, right? I was in a gathering. Someone was talking about their health issue. And someone said, ask Edwina, I think whatever she's marketing will work. And I said, if you want, we can talk after the meeting. We can set a private time. So after the lunch was over, I texted, I said, hey, we want to get together and talk about your health issue. And then she didn't reply me. I thought of something else and she replied me. So okay, I get it, she's not interested. I left it there. Right? It doesn't matter to me. It's your health issue, not my health issue. I will help who I can help. I can't help the unwilling. They will have other ways that will help them. We are not the only way. Yeah.
Full perspective.
So I think it's about expectations at the end of the day. Danielle, is about expectations. People give up very easily because they are expecting something that is not real. This is not quick buck, fast money, easy money. I bring in 200 people, I sit there and count the money, and then they'll continue to buy for a lifetime and feed me. No, I'm sorry, it's not that kind of business. You can't even raise children, expect them to feed you. So what do you expect? So no. You know, in the old day in China, they say that, oh, the more children you have, the more social security you have. Because they're obliged to take care of you for life. Financially, as well as, every way, right? So that's not true anymore, you know? So we don't even have the security of our children that you give 20 years to. What more, your customers, right?
Oh my God.
So at the end of the day, we continue to earn the return. Yeah. So we earn a return on the value we deliver. And with all products, people come, they get the benefit, they leave because they are done with it. And then you just have to keep having new people. You open a shop and you're ready for business.
Yep.
The cool thing is ASEA only has 2% penetration in any country.
I know.
It's a very small percentage. So the market is still very virgin. There's still plenty of room to go. So if you enjoy telling people about it, you enjoy helping people with it, it's a lifestyle.
Beautifully said.
I don't think it's ever arrived.
Yeah, beautifully said. Well, as we kind of wrap up here, any final thoughts with someone maybe that's coming across this, that's thinking about joining ASEA, getting started with it, kind of your perspective on maybe where things are going? I love what you just said about how the penetration in the market is very small, which means it's all from here. It's going to only get easier to share also because awareness is growing. I'm at least seeing that it's coming back around into people's worlds. Their cellular health is something that is now, I think, more in people's vocabulary than it was like 5 years ago, you know, when we were sharing. And I'm curious, you know, what would you say to somebody that's looking at this with where things are going to be headed?
If you just want to help a few people, right, and you have an upline that can help you do the work, like help you to explain it, or you could pick a video off YouTube, and we have some very good ones. That's good enough, right? And that's fine. Help the person. If they're not interested, it's okay. You've done your part.
Mm-hmm.
You have delivered the message, right? You are only a messenger. We are not responsible for the decision, and we have to respect that decision. Some people do need to try something else first before they come back, if they come back, and that's fine, right? If you're someone who say, I want to make a part-time income, I'm a mom at home, I have some time here and there, it's very hard to hold a regular job. This looks like a perfect fit. And I'll say it is a perfect fit. We do our business on the phone. I can be at the school waiting for a kid and I can get some stuff going on. I could be in the toilet and get some stuff going on. There's always time to build an income while we raise our children. It's a perfect fit for a gig economy. Then give yourself some time. Give yourself some time to get to where you want to go. It takes time. If you want to make this a regular business, then it is a regular business. It's really like opening a shop and selling something, right? And there are good seasons, there are bad seasons. There's recession, there's, anyone in business understand that there are ups and downs. It's never linear, one straight line. It's not. It's definitely not. And people make decisions for themselves. It doesn't mean that it's a reflection of your failure or success. This is a business where if you want to go big, you need to be consistent, which means you don't give up. You can take breaks. You can take a month off. You can take half a year off if you wish. It's your business. It doesn't matter. But come back to it and find joy in it. I don't think there's a magical way to do the business. At the end of the day, like Danielle, you say, it's a people business. It's about people meeting people, people touching people, and people helping people. The good thing about ASEA's comp plan is we don't have a debt limit. So like for myself, I don't have a very big network. My level 1 is about, when I went triple diamond, I only have 40 people on level 1.
Amazing.
Which means, yeah, I only have 40. I'm not a strong recruiter like you. No way. And I have zero social media effort as well. If you look at my profile, it's a mess. I've not done my profile yet. It's been 2 years since we talked. I'm not yet to it. I have a big issue with social media. I'm very private. I'm a very private person. So this someone who has no social media, 40 people, and they're not even my close friends, and they're not interested in the business at all. They're just product users. How in the world do I get a business in 20 countries? The triple diamond, right? Basically, is I believe if you use the product well, you will want to help at least one person that you know. It can be your mom. It can be a sister. It can be a neighbor. It can be your best friend. There will be at least one human being on earth or an animal that you want to help. And if we help them help that one person, you double your business straight away. Yeah, you're doing all the work. Yeah, it's okay. But what business do you not do the work and get paid? We get paid by doing the work, right? It's not a free deal. So get the work done. But if they found help, will they want to find a second person because they now realize that they have an ability to help people because there's help? That vision opens up, right? So everyone knows at least 5 people that they want to talk to, but they have no time. They don't know how. They don't want to put their face out there. They can't afford to get hurt. For whatever reason, it's fair for them because that's where they are. But if we are willing to come in and help them, then you can open up that 5 person and that 5 person, and who knows what will happen. So essentially, I started with the intention that everyone who wants to be helped should get help. And if you won't do it, I'm happy to do it, right? We call it tap rooting in the industry. Yeah, right. But I didn't expect that strategy worked so well that it got me to where I am. So I don't have big training platforms. I don't have big training Zooms. I don't even have a team Zoom. I really just help people on an individual basis. And then when I went Go, I was dying because it was so manual. I was telling my mentor, if at Go I'm dying because I have no time, I'm not going to go any bigger. I can't cope. The span of care is too great.
Right.
So I started to read up on books to talk about systems, right? So I created a system where now anything that's knowledge-based, information-driven, the system takes care of it. I simply take care of the people element. Nice. Yeah. So if you want a short tool, there's a 5-minute thing here, there's something there, send it, and then get them on a call with me, right? So we automate part of the process. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of ins and outs, and different way of managing, depending on where you are, the nature of your country, the size, the culture. So there's variations in that. But yeah, that's another conversation actually.
It is. I know. I feel like we should have a separate conversation that is like higher level business stuff for people that are in a different phase in their business. And I'm going to have you back to do that. So I think that this was a wonderful conversation. I appreciate you so much. I was literally taking notes. I don't know if you could tell, but I took notes during this, and I'm going to even watch this again. I learned something from you always, and appreciate you spending some time this evening jumping on here to share. Have a beautiful day, everyone that's listening. Guys, if you have not already, subscribe to this channel, like the video. If you have questions for Edwina, put it in the comments. I'm behind here. I can get her to answer the questions if needed. And we're here to support. We're here to help. We have a passion for ASEA. This channel is always about redox signaling, the product as well as the business. And you're getting to meet some of the pioneers that are bringing this to market. And Edwina, any last thoughts before I just close out?
You know, I don't know, Dana, do you encounter this? But to become successful, you get poached by many companies. Because many people think that if they can get hold of you, they got it made. Like some new guy, okay, if I can find one Danielle Matthews in US, if I find one Edwina Lee in Singapore, I got it made because they will just run the business for me and they will bring their whole organization over. Right? So I get poached a lot. Someone came to me and said, I'm in my first year and I just made $60,000. See, this is my bank statement. I don't doubt her. I don't doubt her. You know, and I said, amazing. I may earn more than you, but I definitely can't make this money in my first year. Definitely. And I can't promise anybody to make this kind of money in their first year in ASEA.
Yeah.
So well done. Good for you. Sorry, I can't join you. Yeah. So someone asked, then she asked me, why will you stay in ASEA if you cannot make this kind of money in your first year? Right? I think that's an important thought, right?
Yep.
And that set me thinking. Because I realized that if you want to make money fast, and for sure, go deliver Uber. You get paid for every delivery. If you want to make big money fast, there are other plans out there who are paying faster and more aggressive. It's a fact, right? I said it unabashedly. And I think I said this to our corporate leaders as well, and they agree with me, right? Will ASEA ever change their plan to go in that direction? I don't think so. But why I stay in ASEA are two reasons. One, I have an emotional gratitude debt with ASEA. Right? It saved my daughter's life. And it has helped a lot of my family members with their health. It has done something that nothing else can do, honestly, because of what it is in the body. And the second reason is it's a new emerging science. There are many, many good products out there with good results. No doubt. And someone will benefit if they have a couple of stuff. Means use different modalities. I do tell my customers, for your need, you may want to add on other stuff on top of ASEA. We are foundational to get yourselves talking, but add on this other stuff and get your healing done. I support you. You know, it's fine. I don't have to be loyal to ASEA only. That's not the point. We are here to help you solve your problem, not here to hold you hostage to it. So there are many good products, but not many products is part of an emerging science. I mean, we are pioneers now. 7 years ago when I started, there's hardly anything in Google, except a 2012 scam article and whatnot. But today we are looking at, I mean, the Paris Convention just confirmed that they want to call themselves Redox Medicine Society. They have done enough external research to call themselves that. These are people outside the company. They are doing pure scholarly research on redox signaling. And they have concluded that this is powerful for humanity for the future, to make gene-specific drugs. So we are part of emerging science. Thirdly is my value. I believe this is a product that needs explanation. Most people have no clue how to understand it or share it. Someone needs to do the work.
Yeah.
Someone needs to be indexed, play that role. I have considered that to be me. So I will carry that torch. Will I make big money? Maybe not as big as some other companies. But then again, money was never my driving force.
Yeah.
I'm very happy because ASEA meets my ikigai, which is the philosophy where if you have something that the world needs and it's something that you love to do and you can be paid doing it and you can become better as you do it, that brings you to a place of pure joy and happiness. And ASEA has become the ikigai for me.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty happy doing it. So I'm here to stay, no matter what comes in the external world.
Mm.
Yeah. And
I
happy
love
to be
that.
here.
It's my ikigai also. So I think that's why we resonate so much. A debt of gratitude to this company for sure. And watching it help so many other people, you just can't help but want to continue to share. And the money does follow, you know. And it's I mean, I watch people that have an incredible lifestyle through ASEA, and yourself included. Like, it's amazing to have passive income. I don't think people fully understand what it means to be able to step back and still have paychecks that come in with a comma in it month after month after month. It's beautiful. So thank you so much, Edwina. I appreciate you. I'm glad to be on this journey with you, and I know for the years to come, we will continue to. So I'm sure we'll do more of these conversations.
Yes.
All right.
The world is ours to take, right? The world is ours to take. Exactly.
And if anyone wants to come along with us, come on, guys. We'd be happy to work with you. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Japanese have this beautiful
Rosie, I know you enjoyed it because I could see your face. You're muted. She has such wisdom in her. It is amazing to listen to her. But go ahead, Rosie. Did you want to say something?
No, it was just, that was fantastic. There was so much about it that was just like, yeah, because you all know I'm not on social media and chances of me getting there are slim to none. But my heart is like, it just gave me permission to just be me and to work at the level that I know I can work, because all the rest of it is just pressure for me. And then that shuts me down.
Yep.
And so it was fantastic. Thank you. I have to go to a chiro appointment, and thank you. Woo!
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was really good. I loved it.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it, but I knew. I've spoken to Edwina so many times. I was there when she first came to her first convention, so shy, so withdrawn, and I thought, your first, I try not to judge people, but I thought, I don't know how she's ever going to make it because she barely spoke. She was so reticent, but you've seen what she's done, and just all out of joy. And that's what I always say to people: if this is not fun for you, then don't do it. Because it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, because you do have to pull yourself up and get through the ups and downs and stuff pretty much every day. A lot of times you'll have disappointments on a daily basis. And if you don't find joy in the overall experience of it, then, this isn't for you, probably. So
100%.
yes, Diane?
I just loved when she said, the three things: helping, it is fun, and it's making money.
Yes.
That's it.
And I loved her pointing out when she sees the four things that people, if they've had an experience themselves, if they've shared it with somebody and they've had an experience and then they see the money, that's when you talk to them about, I guess, the business. Is this something you'd like to do? But until she sees those four things, she doesn't even bother.
Yeah.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah, that is absolutely true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had her gem for me. Well, there were so many, I was writing them down, but when she said, "I'll help who I can help, and I can't help the unwilling," I was like,
Yeah.
no, so well said.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for sharing it, Debbie. And also, I did meet Edwina and talk with her at the last convention, which was nice.
Yes.
And that was interesting that you said at the first one she was so quiet, because she wasn't when I talked to her,
Oh,
So
no, she's not now, but oh my
what
gosh.
was great was, that she was so approachable too. And she was like, "Oh no, we exchanged Facebooks and everything," she was just great. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Diane wanted to say something.
Yeah, I just, oh yeah, I'm unmuted. So yeah, I met Edwina a couple times as well, and absolutely loved her from the
Yeah.
beginning. She's just so real, like you, Debbie. You know, there's some people that are just real, and this is what I got from this whole thing. I wrote like 3 pages of notes too, even though I had a hard time understanding her, but I don't know if it was the video plus her accent, but some things were like choppy. Anyway, what I noticed for me these last few years, especially this last year, so I hired a life coach, you know, because I felt I was stagnant in life. And as far as the business, she kept pushing me to attend these big women networking events, right? So I said, okay, I'll push through my fear and do that. So I went to 2, but you know what? It's not my thing. And last week I said to myself, okay, you know, they're pushing that on, you know, if you're going to be a network marketer, you should, you know, go to these events. I'm not talking about ASEA. I'm talking about network marketing, just random women. But here's what I found. They weren't my people. They were so snooty, thinking they were above everyone else. They weren't even approachable. So I said to my coach last week, I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing that. That's not who I am. And so this was my biggest takeaway from Edwina, is just be yourself. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. But there's a difference in, you know, crossing your comfort zone and courage calling people. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about things like if it just really feels bad, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I just want to share that. Yeah, she's awesome. I love her.
She is awesome. Any other comments or ahas or?
Can I say something, Debbie? Yeah, I like the ikigai that she mentioned. And also she said she doesn't have a duplication process because everybody is different. So that's what I liked. It's like you don't, because if you follow the same thing with different people, it may not apply. So you don't feel yourself. So I like, you know, a lot of things. I mean, I'm going to have to take a look at it again, but thank you very much, Debbie, for sharing it. I thought I've seen it, but it seems like I've seen something else probably. Thank you.
I think this was a brand new one. That's why I decided to share it, because I saw it and I thought, like I said, I've always learned something from Edwina also, every time I listen to her. So she's got a great way of putting things.
Sure.
Debbie, do you know how to spell that word, ikigai?
I put it down in the chat. IKIGAI.
Oh.
IKIGAI.
GAI. Perfect. Thank you. I love that word.
Yeah, and Tyler's spoken of that word. He brought up ikigai at one of the conventions or one of the ethos trainings.
I have a question.
It's a beautiful word.
Hi, this is Karen.
Hi, Karen.
I think, is this video on Danielle Vimeo page? You know, I just found her page yesterday, and I know there's an interview with Edwina that she has on there. Edwina was the very first person when I first joined ASEA, other than anybody on our team that I heard speak, and I was just blown away and so moved by her talk. Sort of, I could be a groupie of Edwina. But I wanted to also thank you for the comment you just made about finding the joy in it for yourself. Even though you're afraid to talk to people or not sure how to introduce it. And that gives me more motivation, because I do have little moments of joy. I think I need to just focus on those more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, I know many times, I know Pearl said this, and I've said, you know, people ask, you know, are you going to retire? And you'd say, retire from my life, because this pretty much has you know, besides my children and my grandchildren and stuff like this is my life basically, because I do find such joy in helping people. And you know, even if it turns around, I mean, I was just speaking to a woman, texting her, Leslie Dobb, Jackie, and she's had some really good results with this. And she's finding joy in the fact that, you know, she's beginning to feel better, and she doesn't want to sign up because she doesn't like these things. So we're getting product to her. Sometimes people drive you crazy, but she's having great results with it. So who knows what will ever happen, but I just find such joy in that every day. And I was just I do a charity event. I help plan and organize. They call it the Boogie. And so there's 4 of them a year, and they raise money for nonprofit organizations that help people that have been abused. That was the one yesterday. It's called Peaceworks and stuff. And I was at the event last night helping to take tickets at the door and stuff like that. And so many people came up, and they were talking to me for one of the first times, and they saw I was one of the sponsors. So they see the ASEA, and they started asking questions about what this was and everything like that. And it just gave me such joy because I'm definitely interested. How do I get your name? How do I get your, you know, all that kind of stuff. So it's just joyful to hear people, because people are always out there that could use help health-wise, or people they love. So I just talked to a guy last night, and he'd lost his partner, and I don't know what he meant. I mean, she did the business with him, but I think it was his partner also. And I don't know that they were married, but to cancer. And he lost his mother to esophageal cancer. And I said, oh, I wish I'd known you earlier. This could have helped with both of those. And he definitely wants to know more too. So I just find the joy in sharing this with people. I'm never afraid to step up, but I've been doing this for 14 years, but you know, but I do find the joy every single day in it. And they listen or they don't listen, or they try it or they don't try it. I don't care. That's their choice.
Yeah, it's the friends that I know that it could really, really help, and they don't care.
Exactly. And you've got to back away from that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Morning.
Thank you.
Absolutely, Karen.
Yeah. Hey, Karen. So I just wanted to say I was blessed. My husband and I took her to the airport, the last convention we had. So I got to have a good one-on-one with her. And she is just, you know, very personable. Anyway, and I was just telling her some of the little things that I was having issues with, like wording. And she goes, well, don't say that. Just say what you think. Just say, you know, so it's just very individualized. And just listening to her again today, excuse me, it's morning, nighttime here, but early morning in Maui, helping with my mom. But she, so listening to her again today is like, yep, I don't consider myself to be, well, I don't know how to word it right. I'm always trying to, I love learning, and I might take a little bit longer, like molasses, to get there, but so there's always hope. So, I love the uniqueness, I guess, about her way of doing it, and that's how I see myself. I'm going to try to do things where she might not, but I don't know, but try to do it, and try to just think outside of the box more of be creative, how I want to. But being on these Zooms with you, Debbie, every week, and what you're sharing, you know, even with Danielle's calls, I've learned so much. Like it escapes me right this minute, but you know, just getting into more books. I want to listen to some books, you know, that's been suggested, and just to, what did she say? She was 10% maybe before in her like skills of sharing, and people hearing and listening, and now it's maybe 40%. So that's
her success rate. Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point. Yeah, she improved her skills, but she just doesn't push those skills on everybody until they're ready with the 4 points that she made.
Mm-hmm.
And I
It
miss
should always
those
get
4
better.
points. I miss those 4 points. If someone could put them in the chat or in the Accelerator group, that would be great.
I can put them in
So
the Accelerator group, but
Thank you.
I just feel like if she could do it, she's one of those too. If she could do it, I could do it. You know, kind of thing.
absolutely. And that's
There's hope.
in my last company, which was Nikon, which a lot of people were in. The top earner, Dave, what was his name? Dave Johnson. He, the first time I saw him, that's exactly, God, what a goofball he was. You know, he's in a Hawaiian shirt. He's just up there going, how's this work? Really good. He was the top earner because he just kept it so simple that you thought, if he can do it, I can do it. You know, of course, he was brilliant in that because most of us didn't get to where he was, but anyway.
I always call him dumb like a fox.
Oh yeah, dumb like a fox is right. Dumb like a fox, definitely.
I can tell you guys, he just in the months past, I've been getting reach outs from Dave Johnson,
Yeah.
inviting me to join the company he's involved in recently. And finally, when he called me one day, I just told him straight up, I know something about the corporate integrity of the company you work with, and I wouldn't care if you were selling liquid gold. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Remove my name from your list. Haven't heard from him since.
Well,
Get the
good.
memo, dude. I don't deal with lack of integrity at the top of the castle because the castle will crumble.
Yep. And it always has.
So just be bold. Just, you know, I don't care if he was a top income earner or not. I've hugged the man. I knew him then.
Yep.
So anyway, stand in your power, people.
All right. It's the bottom of the hour. Any other, like I said, Susanna will be on next week. She's had a lot going on. She's got a quinceañera. Her daughter's turning 15 and they have a big celebration. It's like a bar mitzvah or a wedding.
A wedding.
That much. They get dresses, they do everything. And so anyway, so she's had a lot on her plate, but she's going to come on our call next week and give us some, you know, good training about that, which I'm looking forward to because I want to use it more. Anyway, yeah.
One more stupid question.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what call I was getting on. I don't know how I even got on this call, but I want to be on next week. So what do I need to do?
Well, this is an accelerator call that I started with my group who put it forth that they really wanted to move forward this year. And, you know, as Edwina said, you know, we're going through it. We're kind of going through not a depression, but the accelerated cost of everything. We are a discriminatory, you know, expense. So, you know, it hasn't been easy this year necessarily. It's challenging. So anyway, so this was a group of people that really wanted to, and they've committed to turning in an MTR form, you know, what measure, track, and report that Alan Noble did every week and reporting. And I was trying to keep the numbers. I am keeping the numbers to tell corporate about them because what they want to see is, of course, enrollments, because that keeps us making enough money to do new research, to pay their corporate, you know, and what they do for us and to continue to improve the website. But anyway, so that's what this group is. So yeah, I don't know how you found it either. But anyway.
I don't either. But I'm super glad I did. Should I like email you on the side or something to?
Yeah, you can do that, or you can text me. Texting is probably better. Let me put my number. I think I have your number, but let me put my number in.
It's on the infrastructure, your number.
Yeah, it is. But I'm putting it in the chat also if you it's 301-802-3822.
Debbie, will David Silverman be
Okay.
on the call tonight? The team call? You know?
I never know.
Okay.
I think he should be. I think everything he's had, and I know he and I will be leaving tomorrow to go to the fly-in. So I think he's going to be on the call tonight. Pretty sure he is.
I'm gonna reach out to Barb again because
She wants to meet him. Yeah.
yeah. And I just want to say quickly, oh my God, Jackie, I saw your little quick video there when you tried to suntan, and oh my God, my heart just dropped. Like, oh my God, the poor girl, she's pregnant and her launch hair breaks or whatever happened.
It wasn't latched in completely.
Oh,
Mike
literally,
sent me.
my heart dropped. I'm like, oh my God. You're okay?
If
Yeah, it was fun. It was just for comedy.
Yeah.
Mike sent me that and just said, laughing my ass off. I'm like, I guess she's okay, or he wouldn't be laughing his ass off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I figured you were okay, but still, it was like, oh my gosh.
Yep, that was pretty funny. As long as she wasn't hurt.
Your butt supported the babe.
Yes. Baby's padded.
Yeah.
Anyway, if anybody's up for a little humor, I don't know if you saw Ryan Reynolds. There's his partner, he's an actor too. I forgot his name. McElhaney, something McElhaney. Anyway, his birthday is the same date as the Titanic sinking. So he went to this elaborate, it's a minute long. If anybody wants to see it, it's really funny. I'll have to stop the recording or they won't let me post it. But anyway, it's really funny how he set up this whole thing about sending a mission down to the Titanic to get this specific beer or lager that was on the Titanic. Anybody want to see that? It was just on the news and I looked it up. Let me stop the recording.
I saw that was the title there